Hello and welcome to Wildly Curious,
a podcast that tells you everything you need to know about nature and probably more than you wanted to know.
My name's Lucas.
And I'm Katy. And as you can guess, Lucas is not Laura. Lucas is my son. Laura is actually taking tests right now for her master's classes.
Master's degree?
Yeah, for a master's degree. Yeah, she's finishing up. Because she couldn't record with us, I'm going to start the mini-series on bogs with Lucas. So just as like we did the Cave Chronicles, Laura and I, after we're going to do this intro episode with Lucas, we'll be talking about bogs. And just like we did for the Cave Chronicles, we're going to talk about different things that are found in bogs, like different cool things that are found in bogs. So this
hair?
No, there's way more than hair.
Ugh.
So this first episode, I'm going to briefly tell you what a bog is, and you can ask questions anytime. And then I'm going to tell you about something pretty gross and pretty cool that was found in a bog, okay?
What? Rats?
Well, you're going to have to wait for a little bit.
Guts?
No, you're going to have to wait for a little bit. Okay. Do you know what a bog is? Have you ever heard of a bog before? Like
a dog?
A bog. Like a swamp?
No.
Okay, one with a bog.
What's a bog?
Well, that's what I'm going to tell you, okay?
Okay.
So a bog is a type of wetland. Think of it kind of like nature's giant sponge, but like
SpongeBob?
A sponge.
Sponge you put in a sink?
Yes.
That, but like as big as the world?
Well, not as big as the world.
Like as big as,
like a normal, like a lake, like a huge lake, maybe bigger. So they're dominated by peat moss, specifically sphagnum moss, which is just, you know what moss is? Like that spongy green stuff we see out and about?
Oh, yeah. If they're dark green and you pour water on them, they turn light green.
They can, yeah. So it's super absorbent plant that holds a large amount of water. To give you an idea, sphagnum moss can hold up to 20 times its dry weight in water, which that's like a sponge the size of a baseball soaking up an entire bathtub. That's a lot, isn't it? Mm-hmm. A lot of water. This super soaking ability keeps bogs waterlogged year-round, creating the perfect environment for all sorts of weird and wonderful adaptations. Over time, as plants grow and die, they create layer and layer of peat, which is just partially decomposed plant material, essentially. Peat grows painfully slow, about 1 millimeter per year, so some bogs have been developing for over 10,000 years, basically since the last ice age. That's a long time, huh?
And there's still some developing?
Yeah, they're still growing all the time right now.
Wait, so like one from right when the water was made, that's still growing right now?
Yeah, well, no, since the last ice age.
Wait,
so like since mammoths were around.
Wait, what happened in the ice age?
That's a whole other episode.
Oh.
That's a whole other... You want to come back onto the episode and we can talk about ice ages?
Yeah.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Wait, no, like did the ice age...
Like when mammoths and saber-toothed tigers and stuff were around.
Yeah. In 1989, there actually was a saber-toothed tiger alive.
1989?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, 1839.
Are you thinking of the Siberian tiger?
No.
Or not the Siberian tiger, the little one.
No, there actually was a saber-toothed tiger, and that was in a zoo.
I think you're thinking of the Tasmanian tiger.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, Tasmania.
Did it have giant fangs?
It had pretty big fangs, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
let's finish bogs, and then we'll get back to that. Okay, but here's where things get really crazy about bogs. Bogs are low in oxygen, all right, highly acidic, and very nutrient poor. These conditions slow decomposition to a crawl, so as it's eating stuff down to kill it. So instead of breaking down things like bodies, woods, and other organic materials, everything that falls into a bog can stay beautifully preserved for thousands of years. Basically, they're like a storage locker for anything that's organic material, like living material. This acidic, oxygen-free environment essentially pickles organic material, halting decay, and locking it away like a prehistoric freezer. A couple more things about bogs here. So where do bogs come from? Well, they're found in really cool wet climates like Ireland, Scandinavia, and even parts of North America. Anywhere rain falls faster than it can evaporate. Okay, so like around here, we don't have bogs because water falls and it evaporates, right? And when I say around here, I mean Texas. All right, so it's not cold enough, not wet enough to have bogs around here. Especially in the northeastern, upper Midwest, and even Alaska. Canada has some of the largest bog systems. including the Hudson Bay lowlands, which are so massive they play a key role in storing carbon for the planet. So why do you think bogs are so special?
Because they just suck up whatever they find.
Well, kind of. The water they do, but they keep it preserved. Besides, like, you're right in that they keep it very well preserved. They don't suck up dead bodies. Like,
What if they did?
well, like if a body falls in there because it doesn't. Because remember I talked about like they're very acidic, very low in oxygen, so they don't decompose. It doesn't break down a body. So it doesn't like a vacuum suck in a body. But if a body falls into it, it's going to keep it very well preserved. But the really crazy thing is that they're like...
And gross?
Well, I mean, it is gross, but bogs are called ecological powerhouses because they're home to all sorts of carnivorous plants. Do you know what a carnivorous plant is? It's a plant that eats like bugs or...
Ugh.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like Venus flytrap?
Like the Chomper in Plants vs. Zombies?
Yeah, similar to Plants vs. Zombies plant. But they're also incredible. Like I said, about them holding carbon. They store more carbon per square mile than forests. In fact, despite covering only 3% of the Earth's surface, bogs store twice as much carbon as all of the world's forests combined, which is super, super important. All right.
Just one can?
Well, all the bogs that make up 3%. You know what a percentage is? Like just 3. Okay, so 3% of the world's surface, the Earth's surface, is covered in bogs, and that holds up twice as much carbon as all of the world's forests combined.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so now you want to talk about something, the first gross thing that was found in a bog?
Yes.
All right, are you ready for this one?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be talking about butter.
There's butter found in a bog?
Yes, there was butter found in a bog.
Yeah, so did someone go camping and the bog ate the butter?
I'm gonna tell you, okay, ready? All right, so imagine pulling a lump of butter out of the ground that's not just a little old, but over 3,500 years old.
Ugh.
That's exactly what happened in Knockdred Bog in Ireland, where archaeologists unearthed the oldest known sample of bog butter dating back to 1745 BC. And get this, it's technically still edible.
What?
Yes. I mean, you probably couldn't spread it on any toast or anything like that,
Well,
but
he did.
that'd be so gross.
And then he ate the toast. And then he got super old powers and he got a winky face.
What? He got old powers?
Yeah, it makes him old and it makes his back hurt.
Ew. All right. So why would people store butter in bogs?
To keep it safe from a dragon or maybe a bear trying to steal the butter.
Well, okay, not a dragon. In ancient Ireland, butter was more than a kitchen staple. It was a status symbol, currency, which is like money, and even a tool for diplomacy. People use butter to pay taxes, settle fines, and strengthen social ties.
So if I own the bake alone, I can just go there and give them butter?
I guess so, yeah.
That's so easy.
So much easier.
Yeah, I can just give them
Give them some bog butter.
Let's just collect butter so we can pay for everything in butter.
That would be so gross. So because that butter was so valuable, preserving something so valuable was no small feat in the world without refrigeration. Because remember, we used to... You can probably hear Otto in the background eating our dog. Hey, can you sit up?
Otto's not eating our dog.
No. Otto, our dog, is eating. Okay. So because there were no refrigerators back then, because there was no electricity.
So they just shoved the butter in bogs?
Well, so bogs acted like nature's refrigerators. It was cold, acidic, and oxygen-free environment slowed decomposition to a crawl, preserving butter for months, years, or even millennia. In fact, the preservation powers of bogs are so strong that some stashes of bog butter are still technically edible today. So whether butter was buried for safekeeping, hidden from invaders, or offered to the gods, bogs became the perfect storage solution and brings us to the incredible discovery at Knockdren Bog, where archaeologists unearthed a lump of butter that rewrote what we know about this ancient practice.
Okay, so he just pulled out of the ground butter?
Well, let me show you. Let me tell you.
Can I see a picture?
Yeah,
Maybe
hold
I
on.
could just eat the butter.
Okay, hold on.
Mhm.
You want to eat 3,500-year-old butter.
Yeah, then it'll be old.
The discovery of bog butter at Knockturn Bog in Ireland is a remarkable testament to the ancient preservation methods and cultural practices. The butter was found associated with bark, likely serving as sort of like a wrap. So you know how we get our butter in either paper or like a container, plastic container?
Yeah, like this, wrapping paper.
Yeah, back then, whenever they found it, it was wrapped in bark, which is pretty much like its container. This organic packaging, combined with unique conditions of the bog, created an environment that preserved the butter for thousands of years. The location of the find adds another layer of intrigue. Situated in a no man's land where 11 townsland converge, the site may have held significant cultural or political importance because the boundary areas were often used for communal activities, trade, as neutral grounds for offerings, like offerings to the gods, suggesting that the burial of the butter could have been a deliberate act with social or ritualistic implications.
Okay.
So, anyway, that just is a quick overview about finding butter in a bog.
Oh, I think
Do you know what a bog?
Rat guts.
No, not rat guts. Do you want to see what? Do you want to see what a bog looks like?
Yeah.
Here, so it's like this.
Oh,
So imagine you. Yeah, exactly. So imagine
it's
you.
in Minecraft.
It is in Minecraft. So imagine going out there and you dig up and you find a big lump chunk of butter.
I just thought someone dropped it.
But it's like buried.
Yeah, someone buried some butter.
Here, like
to
this.
grow a butter tree.
Oh,
Like that's
to
what I
grow-
found?
Yeah, man finds 22-pound chunk of butter. This one was estimated to be more than 2,000 years old. This is another thing of bog butter found in that looks like a cowhide.
Ooh. It was cowhide?
Like its skin.
Oh, so a cow roped its...
No.
No, a cow...
They used to use leather for clothing and stuff. And then that one looks like it has bark too. So instead of using the bark, they just used cowhide. So if you guys Google bog butter, it's pretty... it literally looks like a frozen chunk of butter, which is...
I thought that was just a rock.
No, it's butter. If you rinse it off, it's butter underneath there. So what did you think about our first episode of talking about weird things found in bogs?
Disgusting.
Disgusting, I figured.
But I really thought you were going to say rat guts.
No, why are you so obsessed with me finding rat guts in a bog? Do you want to join us for other episodes with bogs? Maybe? Yeah? Okay. You'll probably hear from Luke again. Is there anything you want to say to wrap it up? Can you say, please support us on Patreon?
What's that?
It's how people can go on and they can see the videos. They'll be able to see this video that you and I just made. They'll be able to see It's Patreon. And if people support us and pay money, it helps Laura and I pay the fees for all this recording stuff.
Please support us on Patreon.
Yeah.
And please support us on Patreon.
Thank you. Oh, you heard it right here, folks, from my kid and a chicken. Okay, you just blew out the mic with your chicken call. All right.
That's a rooster.
All right, can you say bye, everybody?
Bye-bye.